After acquiring all the items currently still in your possession, because you haven't given them to anyone, it was discerned that Cat only needs one final ingredient to begin the process of binding all items into another key to allow you to open the door once more and to try to push the primordial in. Oh! Sorry about that. However, it's still going to be like a while until it gets here. All the while, the rest of the council members and the diplomats here are trying to get everyone as safely evacuated as possible. But there is a few people that aren't wanting to do that because they don't trust anyone really. More or less, they're usually ostracized. And that is the werewolf people you met a while ago. And you saw them before. You've met them. They do seem to be more or less grumpy with newcomers and strangers. It's not as if they don't like people, it's just they aren't so easily willing to trust people. But honestly, Michael right now does have an in, more or less because they trust him enough. And I think those are Tempest, or was it Tempest's other character? I don't remember.
Honestly, I don't either.
And I'm just going to say Micah. So you have Micah, don't lose him. So you decided to help out with the next diplomatic venture, which would be in about 3 days. Because they need the other one to get back here in time and then have everything prepped up, ready to go, and then head over there. So you do have 3 days, or you can just honestly skip them. You just say you work out, you eat lunch, dinner, and etc., etc. You don't have to go through those 3 days if you don't want to. But you have the time if you want it.
3 days for a vacation.
I
But yeah.
do everything
Uh,
in the world.
Don't want to go to the gambling bar.
Richard does state, that has been closed down for quite some time now.
You do you think Ragnarok is still with that lady in the brothel?
Keller does state, it's around 12 p.m. I don't think so. Unless they have a very heavy addiction to
Interesting.
that kind of life.
I'm curious.
Yes.
If we are able to convince the werewolves to come for protection, is there an area in the city where they could be by themselves or be protected from the rest of the community?
Or the other way around. Like, I hear werewolves eat humans, so I wouldn't want them to, like, come in here and eat a bunch of humans, you know? I also hear werewolves make a lot of noise. I also hear werewolves have sharp claws and smell. I also hear they steal. My mom didn't like werewolves.
That's a lot of hearing.
Mirai does state towards you. Most of those are rumored things. Whether or not they bathe is entirely up to them. They can technically devour humans in wolf form, but that's honestly a stereotype of, werewolves. Most of the time they eat livestock and the things. Tempest, you were saying?
Couldn't anyone devour a human, any kind of creature?
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But with the stigma of turning into a creature is what brings many people to distrust them. The only true thing that is dangerous
Gross.
is, their bites and their claw attacks, as that could potentially infect a humanoid to turn into a werewolf themselves.
I hear they've also infiltrated the government and everything. Is that true?
Only in Underworld Resurrection? I forget the movie.
Oh, cool. Okay,
think-
cool.
I don't
Becky-
remember that.
Speaking of lizard people?
Lizard people.
Yes. At least that's the rumor there is.
No, my mom said it pretty well. It was werewolves, because they have glowing eyes, 17 mouths, and also 32 arms that they use to rip up baby children when they get born.
Wow.
I don't think that's
Um,
werewolves.
Quite a lot.
Oh,
That might be an aboleth, but I don't know of any.
Okay,
the
well,
surface.
I trust what my mom told me, as well as those are just my facts. So I don't know.
Becky, you
let
just
me
remember-
remind you. Let me remind you. You met werewolves
What?
in the desert. You met
Where?
when we were crossing the desert.
Those are just people
That's-
with little hoods.
Those are the same people. They are all werewolves.
Oh my god.
Becky,
Yes.
you remember the stories your mom told you to basically wet your pants at night to go to sleep? It's the only way she got you to actually use the bathroom before going to sleep.
Oh my word.
Becky, do you? Wow.
My mom lied to me. I don't know.
No,
what to
did
think
you?
right
I
now.
think the werewolves just ate your memories.
Oh my god.
They can do it in the sleep. That's what your mom told me.
Okay.
Not
well,
Connor, sorry.
I'm terrified.
Dan rolled deception.
Alright, hold up. Wow, since I
While-
lied.
While Dan is rolling deception,
Oh my god.
is
Deceptive.
Richard's bar still closed?
You asked that, and Richard just stated it's currently open, but right now only my husband is there, as we're trying to make sure that as of current commuting, everything is as slow as possible, but still having access to everything. If you need a drink, you're more than welcome to go there. Just don't stick there, because we don't know if someone might attack at any hour. So,
I
don't
was
stick.
just wondering if we could use that place to protect the werewolves as a sanctuary.
Hmm.
I suppose potentially, but I'm not entirely sure if an entire town can live in my bar. I suppose theoretically, if
It's a
we
pretty
move the
big
tables and the chairs,
Hmm.
and they
That's
have
probably
plenty of
why I
cots
should-
on the ground.
Maybe
But
a section of the school. Or
This
the
place
palace.
is pretty big.
oh, sure.
The gold mine?
Keller does state. Keller does state. The gold mine is a few miles outside of the city. I don't think that's the best place. That being the case, though, they could potentially live on some of the acres in my father's estate. Since some of it is going to me rather than him, we could use that as a type of place for them to be, in addition to Richard's own domicile / business.
I just feel that if we were able to offer them a place of sanctuary, they may be more receptive.
Could they possibly stay at Paula's place?
I live in a 2-room apartment with my father.
Well, how many are there?
Cat does state, I think he was the 3rd envoy. It's been about 5 now. He does state, about 25?
Okay.
They usually keep them themselves so they don't infect any humanoids. But, you know,
Oh,
I guess a 2-story apartment could work.
How easy is it for them to infect humanoids? Is it like airborne?
Yeah.
Like
No,
what?
they would
look at
actually need to
people?
attack them, and like their claws have like some type of injection system, kind of like bees in their venom, poison. I forget what bees actually have, and it infects them that way. They can be
Wow.
cured so long it's there's someone that can cure them, but it's a type of curse, so you would need to have remove curse or something of that nature, or the person might just be able to like
Scratch marks
withstand
might
it.
I could take it.
Are you saying that there's a way to get cursed if, just a handshake goes wrong? Like you go in for a fist bump and they go in for a handshake and they kind of stab you a little bit?
Yes, if they had a hangnail.
Huh.
They generally wear gloves.
Whoa, that's smart.
So then why do they stay so far away from people? I mean, maybe they don't feel safe because, we're pretty terrible.
Is
I mean,
anyone in
yes,
here wearing
you guys
gloves?
are pretty bad, but everyone else aside from you guys is also pretty bad. Again, as Becky did mention, the stigma upon werewolves and vampires, shades, and ghouls, it's pretty bad. They're usually just attacked on sight. Various religions attack them on sight. They use like paladins and clerics to drive the shadows away.
That's exactly what my mother would tell me.
Well, they did eat Becky's memory, which is
Oh my god.
terrifying, actually, if I do say so myself.
They do send bees out to inject people with poison.
Wait,
Roll
what?
deception. I want to see if I believe you again.
Roll deception, Dan.
Just misheard it wrong. Hold up, I gotta.
You
find
could
my
have misheard
deception.
it. At
Doesn't
16.
matter.
Okay,
It's still pretty
roll.
good.
I'm gonna roll against it, see if I believe it.
I don't believe it.
Got an 8 on my deception. I could just. I'm never wrong.
Insight, right?
Yeah.
They can control bees as well.
Yes, because they live in the woods.
Richard does state, again, the stigma upon them, it's very rare, highly unlikely they use bees. But honestly, I don't know what their current governmental factors are. So when you speak with them in 3 days, well, 2.5, since you do have this day and then 2 after,
Oh wow.
you can figure that out on yourself. Regardless of that, though, if there's anything you need to do in town, go ahead and do it, or you can just rest for the remaining 2.5 days.
Yes. One question: who is the most liked person in town?
I suppose that might be Carla or perhaps Gustav in town.
Yeah, but what about recently? As in, like, when we showed up?
Probably Carla or Gustav in town.
Okay, so it's not Dan. I remember. That's fine. Thank you.
Sure. Also, by the way, when you guys are still talking, Carla has been like making you guys like little snacks and stuff to like take on the go in case you need it. She's been handing them over this entire time.
Thank you, Carla.
Of course. I just want to make sure you eat. Looks at Micah and like pets him in the stomach. It looks like you're very thin. Make sure you eat plenty. Maybe a little bit more than you think is plenty.
No.
It's been stressful. I met my real father.
No. Becky ate all the sandwiches.
Okay.
And I think he liked me.
Wow.
I'm glad. You can tell, well, maybe not Micah or Dan, but most of the other people, maybe not Becky. Tempest and Framus. You guys can tell that Carla is thinking along the lines of, met my real dad? Are his parents divorced? Does he have a stepdad that doesn't like them? Along those lines, but trying to be as comforting to Micah as possible. Well, I'm glad you're doing well, Micah. But again, make sure you eat. You're real thin. And then goes over and basically does the same thing to everyone else. Except Tempest, because she's pretty well built, and so is Becky. So she just makes sure like you're healthy, you're strong.
We're both very strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
Well,
attractive body.
I did meet a guy. Oh no, I met 2 dogs who wore a human being. They were nice.
I'm glad. Like looks towards the rest of the group for confirmation. You more or less say yes. Carla comes over towards Micah. Make sure he doesn't talk to many strangers out there. People could take advantage of him.
Yeah, very
I've got
careful.
a plan. I know how
She
to be
nods.
popular.
He's gotten worse, Carla. I'm afraid he's
gotten
losing his
popular.
mind.
Well, here's hoping education can do better for him. When this is all over, I suppose I can maybe sponsor him to go to college. I mean,
Wow.
an education is the best for him.
I've never went to elementary school.
You really didn't. But she's more like one of those moms that makes sure you get your education and go to college, whether you need it or not. But you guys do have a half a day left and then 2 days afterwards. So for your first day, do any of you do anything other than Becky doing anything and everything in the world?
I would like to eat food and sleep.
I would. I am now terrified of werewolves thanks to Dan. I'm gonna go try to find a a steak that is coated in silver.
Okay.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
go. I'm gonna try to find a blood bank.
Tempest laughs at the idea of Ramus using a steak, even if it is coated in silver, because that's just not going to happen.
I know. But I can give it to my dog, and my dog can... Oh, wait, no, I have a baby hand. The baby hand
Yeah,
can
you
wield
got
the
baby hands.
stick.
Baby hand steak to the back.
That skit in SNL with the little doll hands.
Yeah, that's all I could think of was this little doll hand.
Well, baby hand aside, you are able to find a steak out there. Like, you just break. You go to you go to Richard's like bar. You grab a chair and like you take it out of that building. You break one of the legs and you have a steak. But no metal coating.
Oh.
Do you like go to a shop and like maybe look?
Yes.
For...
Yeah,
Okay.
I take that piece of wood, and I need this coated in silver.
The shop owner of the blacksmith emporium, I guess, does state most of the time we coat metal armaments in silver. If you want a steak, that's technically doable. We'll just have to create a cast to mold onto it and then bind into it, which would cost some currency.
It's fine. We may be going to our deaths, werewolves.
Ah, I see. Those kind of creatures. Very well
Yes.
then. It would cost maybe around. You are going into the danger, so I won't make it too expensive. About 10 gold for the craftsmanship, and then another 10 for the finalized work.
Yes, let's just do it. I hear that they can do some very concerning things.
Very well then. He like takes the steak. You like he gives you a receipt. You pay the money. Be back tomorrow morning or in the afternoon, whenever you're available, and we'll have the steak ready.
Yeah, do you sell beekeepers outfits here?
Maybe try asking in the maybe the maid shop might have a beekeeper suit.
Okay, I'll head there.
Ramus,
Are you with me? Jesus, Mike, would
Yeah.
you come out of nowhere?
Mike has been there the entire time.
it happens. Yes, I was in the alley.
You're very good at
was-
teleporting.
I was I could turn into a bat.
Oh,
I was
Form.
flying around, and
Uh-huh.
you know, since you and I are so close,
Yes,
have always been so close.
obviously.
I just also wanted to let you know that werewolves can impregnate you if you get within 5 feet of them.
Oh my god.
Okay, do that roll.
I just want to point out that we're supposed to be making these people feel safe and like they can help us.
I agree, but I so
Come
don't
on.
like Ray that
Why
I have
you?
to do this.
He is dead. It's a completely new character. With
Man.
all new
Like
alignment.
Ray, but
mad,
more
but he's a
pretentious and
Terrible
more annoying.
person.
You mean it's like Ray except for everything's different?
Ray
Maybe.
the worst.
It's literally like a good person.
You're literally gullible like Ray, and it's slowly turning into I hate werewolves will kill all werewolves.
Did it
Yeah,
go?
this is on Dan, not me.
Maybe.
Did it work?
No.
Uh,
Dan does have
Try it
important.
again.
No, you can't do it again. I won. That's not how that works, mother.
Tries it again. You're not sure if Micah is telling the truth or not. In fact, you don't really know who knows the most amount of werewolves. But specifically, you believe Dan the most. So you might ask him later about that, but you're not entirely sure.
Micah,
Like, oh, well.
that's terrifying. But I think Dan's probably the expert. He is a druid. I'll check with him. But right now, I need to prioritize
Oh.
the bee outfit.
So you're
maybe
so
have
lucky.
Allergic.
You have a different face, and this guy has
Oh, yeah.
temporary memory loss.
Yeah,
Because of what you
Magnus
guys
has
did.
invisible hell ants.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's quite all right. But if there's anything else you need, just let me know. But
Cool.
again, the casting and molding and the preparations will be done by tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much for your
course.
help. Oh man.
Looks towards half of the group that's currently like in between the building. If anyone else needs
Hello.
any help.
Dan, I have a question
I'm
for
back. What?
you. Have you ever heard about the impregnation procedures for a werewolf?
Yes. Dan knows a lot about impregnations.
Okay. Could you tell me about them real quick?
It's like, so you got these two dogs and they like each other. So, like, if they ever look at each other and then somebody's too close when they're looking at each other, then that person becomes double pregnant.
Roll. Oh, no, God damn.
Oh my god.
Oh God. I love leaving this character up to rolls, but man.
Double pregnant.
Oh, my God.
You sure you're not my character?
No, I've let this entire character be completely decided by rolls up to this point. I have to let it go through.
Well, you could have just believed Micah, but here we are.
Yeah, no, it's
It's-
wait.
pregnant.
Dan,
It
double-
seems factually
double-
sound.
Double pregnant.
I-
That's all I know.
oh, you don't know how to protect yourself from it.
I have a plan on how I'm going to protect myself, and it starts with becoming popular.
I'm not following, but could I shadow you and see what you're doing? Maybe
Yes.
maybe I too can do this
But
procedure.
one must be quiet and say nothing.
Okay, I can do that. I'll shadow it. I pull out a notebook to take notes.
Well, okay, so Dan continues off into town. He uses his voice changing thing to say that he's Carla, and he tells everyone he's Carla and he's been inflicted with a curse by a spell person and made into a fish person. Can they help him out?
I'm taking notes.
Roll persuasion?
Oh.
You do see like a few people like going towards you. Not everyone in town, but you do see a few of them. Give or take 10. They come towards you, like grab you on the shoulder and go like, Carla, is that really you? Infected curse? Quickly, take her to the clerical. We need to speak about we need to speak to the council immediately. You see that 5 of them immediately grab onto Dan and heads towards the church to purify him, while the other 5 are heading towards, like running towards where the council is meeting, to inform them that Carla, one of their council members, has been infected.
I've got
with
a friend
some
group.
curse. You don't see Dan for like up to an hour. They seem to be trying like remove curse and everything to try to cure him. Eventually, Carla just comes to where you're at and explains everything that Dan might not be fully of mind. And if you ever see this man like trying to talk with you, not to fully take him on his word, since he's not exactly right. He's been exhausted. Like, she makes general excuses for you, and then like, oh right, of course. Like the 5 people that helped you to get here, like, oh okay, well we'll make sure to spread out this news towards the city. We want to make sure that he's taken care of, and like they disperse into the city, telling people about your current visage and potential persuasion.
Skills. I was blessed by by something.
You could have disguised yourself as George,
Persuasive
but you decided
God.
Carla.
Yeah.
The mother figure that will make sure people know who you are and
Well,
take
she was
care of you.
popular, so I wanted to be popular.
Yeah, I gave you 2 options. Okay. But unfortunately, the town knows who you are now.
I'm still keeping quiet, like Dan requested me. I will
I
hold
would-
up the notebook with a question: is everything going as planned?
Yes, while around Carla, I would like to inquire if there's a spell technique and or weapon capable of making a hole about the size of a spear through somebody that doesn't cause damage, just like large enough to stick something inside of there, like a spear, but not hurt them.
Generally, no. There might be a few
Okay.
things that give the illusion of that happening. which would be perhaps greater illusion.
Is
But-
there an animal that, like, that looks like someone stabbed it with a spear, but it lived and wasn't hurt?
Hammerhead shark, perhaps?
Okay. There we go. That is all. Thank you.
Of course. Just make sure you take care of yourself, and I know you get excited in town. But please try to keep it to a minimum.
Yes.
Like, she pinches your cheeks and heads back to her work.
Ouch.
She has to really jump there. She's not that tall. But eventually, you're escorted out of the church, and, well, didn't work.
It's done.
Micah, you were doing something.
I was?
You were going to do something until
Forgot.
things happened.
I was going to get some blood.
Yeah, the blood bank.
I need a blood bank.
You go over to, I'm going to
weak.
say it's like right next door to the church, because that makes sense to have a medical facility there. You go over towards the place where you can like donate and like make sure you mend your wounds and things of that nature. You go to the reception desk. You jump over. Now, you go to the desk itself, and there you see a nice, sprite young woman, roughly the age of maybe 25, which is pretty young comparative to you. She does state, "Oh, how can I help you?"
I'm going to use my glamour. I don't think I have glamour, but in my mind, I have glamour.
And I'm pretty sure you have at this
Doesn't
level
count.
some vampire thing.
Okay. And I'm going to ask this beautiful woman to look into my eyes.
Okay.
And while you look in there, you can see how hungry I am. Very hungry. And you want to go back to the back
Uh-oh.
and grab me some blood. But you're going to think it is some hot chocolate chip cookies and a sausage roll. And you're going to bring it out and feed me my blood.
You cast Charm Person on this woman who honestly doesn't have that much of a great score. So you cast your spell, and then she looks towards you. Yes, of course. Here at the Blood Diner, we have many things to eat. She's more or less in a trance. Goes into the back room, comes back out with like 5 bags, like on a bedpan that's clean. That's clean. Hasn't been used. And like puts it on the table. Well, desk.
Oh, thank you.
It's on the side, the flat side that people don't use.
Right. Thank you for feeding me. And I will be back in town in a couple of days. Maybe we could meet up. But I am now going to drink all the blood and be revived.
You do so have some spares on you for the day, or at least for the next coming days. Go ahead and roll persuasion, because she is on the clock. I mean, her manager's in the back room, yelling at her on why she isn't serving the tables properly, she thinks.
Somehow I got out of that sheet, so I can't find the sheet that has everything on it.
Okay. That might have been me looking at your spells. So, do you remember core, bio, and spells?
Okay.
You just click on core.
You're very powerful. You can do it.
Okay. Core. Ooh. Okay. Still not finding it, but I will. I am looking at core, bio, spells. I see it. Okay.
Huh?
Now what do I click? Spells?
Core. And it should pop you up to the normal character sheet.
Yeah, yes, I'm there.
And then roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
because you're maybe like the third person that's been asking her out as a waitress in her mind. 15's pretty good. It's more or less well put. Attendant goes, "Oh, of course. Yeah, a few days. That gives me enough time to get my hair done. Certainly. Meet back later in a few days."
That sounds wonderful. Be sure to get a pedicure. I'm into feet.
Roll persuasion again. Disadvantage.
I knew that would get you. I knew it. I'm sorry. I just had to do that.
Not that type of vampire.
Yeah, also, like, yeah, that's not a normal thing to say just when asking someone out. Like,
Toe-sucking vampire.
you want to go on a date? I like feet.
Persuasion disadvantage.
Okay. Persuasion.
And we'll just take the smallest number that you roll.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's still pretty good. Like, she doesn't judge you on your again, don't kink shame. Okay, you there, Ramus. She doesn't judge you on your pedicure feet kind of thing. It's more like, okay, I mean, this is a little quick on the first date, but I guess you are not from here, so it might be cultural thing.
Thank you. I look forward to our date.
Yeah. She would say me too, but right now she's more on like, is it worth it? He is very attractive, but is it worth it? So she says yes and gets back to work.
Oh my God,
While
I
you
got
leave.
some feet you can look at. I haven't washed them though in about 7 years.
No.
Okay, well, I got them.
Roger just
Except
looks
one
towards
toe. I lost my pinky toe once because I stepped on a sharp sword. I still got half of it, I think.
You think? You're wearing boots, so no one can tell the truth or not, if you're telling the truth or not. But Roger does simply state, okay. Sure. So, what else do you guys do in town? I usually don't come into towns.
I forgot Roger was with us.
I mean, I've been with you guys for like 3 days now. Getting to this town.
I forget your name was Roger.
What would you like to do, Roger?
I don't know. I following you. What are you
Same.
guys
I'm
doing
doing
in town
everything.
other than steal blood and whatever Dan was doing?
I'm popular.
You're not popular yet, Dan.
You saw how many
Ramus,
people
you don't know that.
cast
You believe
love
every
on me.
word he says.
No, he hasn't won the other on that.
That's fair.
Just
Dan,
an expert on vampires. I mean, werewolves.
your plan didn't. That plan didn't succeed. We'll need to come up with a new one.
Did it not succeed?
I'm pretty sure not. They didn't.
I
You
was
see people
paraded
like
through the streets.
you see people in the purview of your vision, like whispering, pointing towards Stan, like, that's the guy we need to watch out for. Carla says he needs to be protected and guarded like a small child. Okay, got it. Making sure. And then they continue to disperse, giving that same message.
Dan,
Protected and guarded.
are you? Is this actually the outcome you were looking for?
Am I royalty and paraded through the streets, protected and guarded? Yes.
In a way, yes. Huh. I guess you're smarter than you look. Or act.
I'm
Or
looking at some people.
I wonder if we need to take a gift to the werewolf queen.
Connor does state, you mentioned you were there beforehand. Did you have to do so before? If not, it might just look good to make sure you're on good terms in the immediate. That's what noblemen
How
usually
about
do.
Some gloves.
Made from coyote?
Why specifically that?
Gloves?
I would just think that gloves made from a friend of theirs could be heartwarming.
That
Only
might
werewolves wear
just threaten them, as if you're stating, hey, if you don't obey us, we will skin you alive. kind of
Kill your
vibe.
friends.
That's true. I think I might like to go somewhere I could shop for the queen. And it's a queen, right? It's a woman.
I don't know. But you do remember, Micah, that it was a subject
woman.
of two people. One of them was a woman, the main one, and the other one was more or less their lieutenant slash
Yeah.
second in command.
Right.
Well, Micah, and also I'm going shopping. I need to get a bee outfit. I might be half allergic.
Okay. I think definitely I need to get a gift basket.
All right. You guys eventually find the shopping center. Where was you? This is good enough. You guys eventually find a shopping center where you can find maybe a bee outfit and the like. You enter inside. The first floor was honestly just a place you can go. And the second one is... well, the actual shopping center. Inside, you do find like food, tankards here and there, potions, for some reason a chicken, and battle armaments. But inside, you do find a rather nice looking young man, maybe half orc in nature, but very pristine, very cut. Just looks towards you. Oh, customers. Can I help you with something?
Interesting.
Yes. I am looking for a gift basket to give a queen of werewolves. What would you recommend?
Werewolves. Well, based off of everything I know of, they prefer human flesh and
Yep.
the virgin blood. Perhaps
Oh.
a young goat.
Yep.
That's
Well,
in line with what I've heard so far too.
I don't really
That's
want to
what
give
I
him
heard.
No
a
one
goat,
has
but we could
access to
throw
werewolves.
could we throw that chicken in a basket? Maybe with some dog biscuits?
Oh God, no.
I mean, the chicken is cooked, so I'm sure
Oh.
they prefer raw, immediate food. So maybe the dog baskets and perhaps a live chicken.
Yeah, I definitely think a live chicken. Chickens are fun and nice. I like chickens.
Good.
Yes.
Maybe instead of dog biscuits, we'll just put some biscuits in there.
No,
So
no,
it-
Dad, no.
It could be like chicken and biscuits.
No, Dad.
It points
No,
towards
no.
Owl Bright.
Yes, it could be Albright.
Dad, no, we need
That's a good
Albert.
idea. We don't have to pay money for him.
You see,
We could
he's
just-
terrified, but all you hear him say is "cuckoo, woo, woo."
I don't think that I'm going to disagree on sacrificing Albert.
Well, then perhaps they would like some type of fashion. I do hear they are werewolves, so I'm sure they're into like collars and leashes and things of that nature.
A leash is probably a good thing.
I feel like we're being very.
We are being very on the nose.
Yes. You see Connor like going to try to
Sorry.
interrupt, but since you guys are into it, he's like, "Am I the weird one in this conversation?"
Okay, while they discuss the appropriate gifts for
Okay.
those things, I also need to prepare. Do you have a beekeeper's outfit here?
Not usually. I suppose I can fashion one out of a cloak and things of that nature. Any particular reason why?
Well, I might be half allergic to bees, and well, we were going out to where the werewolves were in the nature.
The
and druids
werewolves
said that
are
know.
in an oasis, so I don't believe there are many bees in the desert.
yes, but the druid, who obviously knows about nature and the wolves,
I've been
warned
there
me
once.
of them.
Well, I don't know too much about werewolves themselves, so they might be able to conjure the wilderness. That does seem to track. I'll get ready on it, but it'll take until tomorrow to finish it.
Of course.
Let's see, custom work, but using an already pre-given robe. Perhaps 25 gold.
Could you do 20?
Roll persuasion.
This is
That's not bad. He does state, it probably won't take me forever to make it. 20 seems fine.
Thank you so much. I see you tomorrow.
Right. It won't protect you from many things other than rain and bees, I suppose.
Yes, it just needs to protect me from bees.
Of course.
Did you guys decide on the gift that we'll be giving them?
Yes, I have.
Okay, go on.
I would like a basket. I would like it to have some wine and some cheese in it. I'd like it to have some breadsticks in it.
Charcuterie board and wine and basket. All right.
And bread and butter.
Yes.
Some really nice wine. And maybe an Evian.
Micah, are you going on a date with a werewolf?
Well, I just figure they don't have much out there. Some fresh food could be nice.
Remus, you just saw
That's a nice
Micah
gift.
attempt to flirt with the cleric helper. Shoot, he might. But he does state, all right, then that shouldn't be too much of an issue. A nice picnic basket with some nice wine. That'll come to around maybe 2 gold.
That'd be great. Could you also throw in some maybe bubble bath?
Hmm.
And some scented candles.
Yes,
Also-
I have heard that werewolves are very, very pungent in their odor.
Yes. Yes.
I'm still online with. Are you sure this is a gift and not something for a date? This is a
You want to
diplomatic
give her
meeting.
something, you can.
No, it's a diplomatic meeting.
We
Micah.
had something on a very basic level between us.
Fine, fine,
The
but
va-
just make sure that there's no grapes involved. I hear that those are bad for them.
The man eventually comes back. You see like a whole bunch of grapes and stuff like that on the board as well, in the basket already prepared and made. He already wrapped it up with a bow. Oh, pardon. Did you not want grapes?
Well, aren't grapes and chocolate bad for dogs?
I mean,
Yes,
that is
actually,
true,
they
and
are.
they are part animal. I
Yeah.
suppose they would have the inclination not to actually chew their food.
Yeah, Micah, I just am concerned that I feel as though it may be bad if we accidentally poison their queen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
no-
we should get a
no
beer instead.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
get some beer.
I like how you're going along with
A
the
nice
stereotypes
porter or
of
something?
what people
Tempest
go
is
with.
going to see if they can. Is this a place that might sell like jewelry or something?
Yeah, they have like some trinkets here and there that are jewelry. Some of it
We could hide
enchanted,
them
others
in
not.
bread.
What?
Like medicine.
I'm sorry.
I
I
want to find
just,
a wrist cuff or something. Something pretty.
I've been in a car all day. I can't. I don't know.
So Becky has decided not to do everything and has decided to just watch this group because she finds the entire thing interesting.
Yeah. The man looking towards you, you actually never known his name, but his name is Esther. He does state, there are some jewelry here if you prefer that. What are we thinking? Collar, muzzle,
Oh my
leash.
Oh my
gosh.
god, no! I want to find like a wrist cuff, like a bangle type thing, but like something sturdy but elegant.
But when they're all on fours, wouldn't that just fall off?
No, they're not on all fours.
You mean like handcuffs?
No!
Our group is so racist with werewolves.
The only reason why Ramus is like this is because of like his upbringing. He's never ever heard anything but stories about werewolves.
Yeah. Honestly, the people here are honestly going through stereotypes and racism a little bit. But honestly, just stereotyping. I don't know why the rest of the group decided to go with it, but sure. Connor does state, honestly, Tempest, I have no idea what's going on here. But a bangle would probably be suitable for a werewolf that is likely on 2 hind legs.
True.
Mhm.
Ooh, they do have tails. Do you have like a I don't know, a bracelet but for tails?
I'm afraid I do not, but I suppose you could fashion some sort of thing that'll hang on their tails, maybe to cover their private part.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm going
Whoa.
to veto all of your gift ideas.
I would like to butt in. I would like to buy 2 of your finest pants.
That is fine.
Of course. He like shows you like 2 refined button-up pants that are quite expensive. Have 50 gold per pant.
That's
Uh,
fine. I will buy 2 pants. I will put one of them on, and then I shall take my other pants off and leave them on the floor.
You look great. It's very awkward that you just took off your pants in the
Wait,
middle of the
do
room, but you
Do
look
you
great.
put them on normally though this time? Because last time they were just tied around your waist.
Yeah, no, I actually wear pants. I've learned. I've become more.
Wow. Okay,
Okay.
But Nara, sorry, Tempest. I just saw Nara and immediately said Nara. Tempest, you do see like some bangles here and there that he brings over after you explain to him, no collars. You see a red one, a blue one, a gold one, a silver one, which you probably think better about.
Yeah, no silver, no silver.
Yeah.
Maybe like something brass, maybe something like with some etching on it, or a small stone, or something like that.
Oh yes, the romantic kind. Very well done. He comes over, brings over 3 sets. One of them's like inlined red with gold over it with rubies. This one is used for proposal, ceremonial, and romantic Valentine gifts. He then shows you a blue one with opals and pearls all around it. This one is used in case for a voyage, usually for sea ventures and things of that nature, or prosperous with water. And then he shows you a green one with emeralds and rubies all around it. This one is just expensive. I can't really sell it anywhere. It is a good gift though.
How expensive?
Roughly around 200 gold.
Wow.
Hey guys, do you want to abandon all your terrible gift ideas and we can all go in on this bracelet?
Ooh, this is a good idea, but I would like to remind everybody that I, Becky, this person here, gave up something priceless so that we could survive and complete our quest. And because of that, I would like to say, yes, I think that would be good if everyone went in, except for me, because I already gave up something priceless. So
I
that-
also
The,
gave up
uh,
something priceless. So
I just bought 2 pants for myself.
I also pick up
I'm out
of
Dan's
money.
pants, and I would like to sell them.
When you guys are
decide how you pay for that.
when you guys are
and-
speaking over him, he does state while you're speaking over him, so who knows who hears him. The red one is 75 gold, and the blue one is 100 gold. So it doesn't have to be 200 gold.
I like the red one. Could y'all buy
Maybe
that
you're
for
down
me?
for some haggling.
I like the blue one. You should buy that one. Real quick though, sir.
Our team's blue.
Do you have anything against like male birth control?
Um,
I have maybe pants that you can't take off, or he like shows you a box of condoms.
Yeah, no. It's like against the magical sense of the word.
Not
'Cause I don't-
really.
there's no physical connection. I just need to protect from the actual fact.
But
That they might look at each other
Yeah, perhaps
as dogs.
getting a
Yes.
blessing from a high level cleric might do it.
Okay. I shall drop by the church.
Right. So long as they're not Catholic, they don't believe in contraception.
Yeah,
Tempest,
absolutely.
I will contribute. I think that's a
Thank you,
wonderful
Mike.
gift to give her.
thank you.
I'm just not good at gifts.
And Tempest, I also think that's a great gift, but I have spent money in other important areas.
Connor does state, I'm more than willing to contribute to your idea for any others.
Okay, so
I'll put in 1 gold.
thank you, Becky.
I'll put in 1 gold.
I will put in 1 gold as well.
Wow, thank you, Ramus. You are so kind.
Nara
I
puts
just told
in
you I
10
put-
gold.
I just spent money on some other important matters.
I want to kind of talk to the
Clerk,
partner.
Yeah.
And I want to be like, hey, if I get the red one and this fancy one, will you knock the price down to like 200 for both of them?
Go ahead and roll persuasion. He did say he has a hard time selling the more expensive one. That's not bad.
Oh yeah.
He does state. Oh, you have a 0 modifier. He does state. So that's very good for you. What it is hard to sell it, and honestly, you said the red one, right? Correct?
Yeah. And I look over my shoulder and make sure Becky's not watching.
Yeah, he does state that is one of our popular things. So we have a lot of them. So I suppose 200 gold should be fair in the balance.
Great, and I give him 200 gold.
Okay. Again, you have 1 gold from Dan, Becky, Ramus, Micah. I actually don't know how much Micah gave.
I'm looking to see how much I have.
And 10 gold from Nara. So that's 13 gold right now, and whatever Connor and Micah give you.
I mean, you're playing Connor, so what does he give me?
Probably 50 gold.
50. Oh, thank you, Connor.
How much does that? What's the balance? I'll do the balance.
137.
137. You expected me to pay 137 gold?
No.
How much
that's
are
what-
you
that's
paying?
left over that that is what I will pay once that's minus everyone's contribution.
That's basically the remainder. She's not saying you to pay
Like, how about you give me
137.
20 gold or 10 gold?
I will. I'll give you 50.
Oh, damn. Big spender. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. That's 113 gold. So the remainder is
I did the
70.
math. It's like 80 something.
Okay. Okay. At Tempest, you pay the remainder, which is 80 something, which is good enough. I'm not going to do the math. I will trust you in this, Tempest. Yeah. You pay the large sum of money so you can present it if you want to. And you keep the red one for yourself. Maybe.
Yes, I do. Can we get like a nice box?
I mean, they go in boxes. So yes, you do. He
Okay, cool.
gives you 2 boxes. One of them is like romantic red, and the description I have is romantic red. Romantic red, and the other one's cerulean blue with white inlined platinum on it.
Oh, damn. Okay. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Of course. He then puts both in the brown bag and hands them to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ramus, I
Oh,
heard
yes.
you asking about some contraceptives.
Yes, of course.
I have one that won't cost you very much. If you go out and pick some wild poisonous wolfbane and rub it with cayenne pepper
Mm-hmm.
and stick it in your shorts, that will protect you from pregnancy.
I'm
Okay.
laughing
I-
so hard.
Okay,
That's
I am
insane.
going to. Okay, so the only reason why Ramus is believing this so far is because it's on a topic that has no knowledge on and only heard rumors.
Does Ramus
But
actually
Ramus
know how
is
pregnancy
knowledgeable and very educated. So I'm going to roll if he is knowledgeable on like this type of topic.
Yeah, go for it. Roll
So
history.
I'm just going to do. Yeah. No.
You do know that wolfsbane is generally used to like keep werewolves at bay, or to remove them, or to see if they have like lycanthropy, because it's generally like they're allergic or something of that nature. You're not exactly sure or have ever heard of this type of contraception because you've never really dealt with werewolves. So Micah might be more knowledgeable, but you know that wolfsbane is something that werewolves do not like. The rest you're not fully buying because you don't really know.
Micah, I know what wolfsbane could do with the normal wolves, but I'm not quite convinced about its application as an, protecting from double pregnancy.
That's fine, Ramus. If you choose not to believe me, that's your choice.
I believe you on the wolfsbane. I just don't think that, that's something that can be trusted. I need to find a surefire
That
way of protecting myself
added-
from double pregnancy.
The added roughness on top of with cayenne pepper in your shorts could be a little irritating.
You do see that Nara puts her hand on Ramus's shoulder and like more or less stops you from explaining things, Micah. It's not where it's gonna go. It's gonna go somewhere weird. She does state, Micah, it's Ramus's body, it's his choice. If he decides to use contraception, it'll be his decision to make.
I accept that.
Again, I just don't think. Anyways, whatever. We'll move on. I'll find some type of protection. If anything, I'll just make sure that Becky is closer to them than I am.
Of course. And if you have the baby, let no one try to stop you from having it, or other. If you decide not to, it's your body, it's your choice, Remus.
Is that
Yes,
double
of
baby?
course.
Oh,
It's double babies, Becky. That's what Dan said, at least.
God.
And
You're not-
I believe him.
Micah,
So
you're not
those
sure.
pregnants.
Well, Remus is not sure if Nara's messing with him, but everyone else does. Because the only one fooled is Dan and Remus, and Dan has been fooling Remus. A little bit of Becky, too. But yeah, Tempest eventually comes back from the conversations a little bit of ways away. And the general clerk does state, if there's anything else you need, if not, I am closing in about an hour, so feel free to peruse around for the remaining moments. But otherwise, I do need to get some sleep soon enough.
Of course, I'll come back tomorrow for the beekeeper's outfit.
Of course.
The rest of the group, we should probably find a location to stay. Are we staying in the same place as last time, or are we changing it up a little bit?
I'd imagine it'd be the same place because I would think they'd let us stay for free, right?
Richard did, yes.
That is true.
Ah,
Only to keep you guys away from the rest of the city, but yes.
Dan, do you know that fish over there on the table?
Who? Oh, him? That's not a fish.
The green thing over there, splayed out next to the pots?
It's a preserved,
I've never-
highly salted fish that honestly looks weathered and worn. Kind of look jerky at this point.
It's like a plate. Well, if it's got two sides, that's just half a fish. That's a fish with 4 eyes, and I've never seen a fish with 4 eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious.
Ramus is a little less convinced about what Dan has told him.
Well, have you seen a fish with 4 eyes?
I have seen a flounder.
But regardless of intent, Roger does state, are you guys good in this shop, or should we go somewhere else? This guy sounds like he's kicking us out. Should we rob and mug him and then kick him out of his building? Please don't do that. It's kind of illegal. And then, like, still looking towards you guys, Roger does state, I asked you a question.
Maybe not this person. He's not deserving. He seems nice. We can go try to find some, I don't know, a gang or something, and you can, get rid of them.
Okay, looks towards the clerk. Are you part of a gang? Not really, and there's not really any gangs here.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go mug some random person then. Rogers leaves.
Wait, a random person. That's no. Okay, it's gone.
Yeah. Someone
I'm
told
not in charge of a
Roger
dragon,
where
so-
to go to sleep, and they will eventually meet back up. But they left. They got bored. But Connor does state that potential problem aside, should we head out towards a different destination, or actually just get some rest?
I'm up for a rest.
I'm fairly still injured, so I'm gonna do for a hard slumber.
All right. Looks towards Tempest. Tempest, are you coming, or are you still shopping?
Oh, no, I'll come back with you.
All right. The clerk then simply states, feel free to stop by if you decide to. If not, have a pleasant stay at the city. And watch out for those pesky werewolves.
Aren't you picking up the beekeeper suit tomorrow, Remus?
Yes, I'm picking up the beekeeper suit as well as a silver stake.
Okay.
I assume not here. But yes, we will open tomorrow. I just mean today. Okay.
Was that today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The way it was phrased, he thought you were going to wait here until tomorrow to pick it up.
Okay.
So you can pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, you guys eventually leave the building. And technically, she is gone from this map because she got bored. Oops, wrong there. Eventually, you arrive at Richard's place, and again, his husband's the only one working there. You did see like a few people here, and then when you got in, they basically left. Who knows why? Mark does state, "Oh, you're back in town. I assume you're here for rooms."
Yes, of course. Well, I
like
assume,
rooms.
you know, being new here and all, they said that this is a place for rooms.
Ramus, roll deception.
I'm gonna walk up to Ramus because I don't trust him to not fuck this up.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
What do you mean?
All right then. Looks towards Tempest in the gang. How many rooms are you looking to get? We can accommodate all of you in singles, so you will have to pair up.
One.
One room does sound interesting.
How much are the rooms?
Depends.
I was
Are
told they
you
were free. What?
working for the current council right now, or are you freelance?
Oh yes,
We are, yeah,
Paula.
we're
Yes.
or here
I
at
would like to
Dylan
say
Edison.
I helped establish the current council.
He knows that.
I know.
Becky.
Yeah, maybe
We
you
were
should
there for that.
bring up either.
We know this guy.
Yes, we know him.
I
Becky,
guess he
put on your
sounds
glasses.
familiar.
Anyways, if you are working for the council right now, you do have one big room to the left of us. It
I
is
call the bed,
requisitioned
thank you.
for those that are currently helping the government. That being said, and then Ramus, I call it bed. That being said,
Comfortably sleep.
honestly, it's quite large. If you have your own sleeping bags and the like, you could all sleep in there comfortably. Just one very big bed. I suppose comfortably 3 people sleep in bed, uncomfortably 4, very cramped 5,
I'll just lean against the wall.
and you should be fine.
How about we get 2 extra rooms on top of that one?
Micah sleeps like a cow.
Rooms are 5 silver a night.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, does 2 extra rooms sound okay to everybody? I mean,
Yeah.
He goes into the kitchen.
I went to my left.
It's still the same left. Well, technically it is your left. Anyways, Mark gives you the keys, and I guess Dan just technically is in the 3rd to 4th room, 3rd to 2nd room. You're more than allowed to use the entire left wing, I suppose. There is an upstairs, but honestly, I'd prefer to keep you all together.
that's fair. Thank you.
Right. And can one of you bring back your friend that went into the kitchen?
Yeah. Which friend is that?
I'd like to ask. There's no bed to the left.
Please get to the other side of the counter, miss.
Backflip.
You land in Tempest's arms.
Backflip.
Becky. Wow.
Tempest.
Hi.
Your arms are light and muscular for your size.
Thank you.
You're basically put down, and eventually Mark just tries to scoot you along into your rooms.
Becky, do you want to room with me tonight? We can take the real big bed.
Ooh, yes, we will. I think Ramus is in there. Beat you to it.
Yeah, Ramus is not getting that room all to themselves.
Oh, you're joining as well again.
Cannonball.
Okay.
While I'm in here.
So we do have extra rooms, just so everyone knows.
Ooh, I'll go to the room with you, Tempest.
Thank you.
Go through Dan's room. It's awkward.
Hey,
So, since I'm in another room with Tempest, I would like to ask if she has the portable hole.
I do, and I'll open it up on the floor.
I would like to attempt to grab the chest out of it and
Alright.
open the chest.
You do so. You lay it down on the floor. The chest comes out of it. You remove it from the hole. Tempest closes the hole back, or leave it open. It's entirely up to you. But you now have the chest. You open it, and there you see 2 items left there remaining.
Okay, so Tempest, there's an axe in here, or some sort of weapon, and I can't carry it. And I'm wondering if you have good inspection skills and you can inspect it. You're made of air, maybe you can put air in it.
An axe, and I think it was a circlet remain inside the chest.
Wait, so you want me to identify these things, or you want me to put them
I'm
inside
just
the
wondering
hole?
if you can help me. Now, I would never say this out loud to everybody else because I don't need help because I am Becky and I've done everything in the world. However, I can't lift this goddamn axe.
Oh,
Why can't
so
you
is
lift
still in
it?
the hole?
Mike is just outside the door.
I'm assuming Becky never closed the door.
I don't do that. We can't lift the axe. Why? I don't know. So we just put the whole chest in the hole. We
Oh,
can
I
lift
remember
the
that.
hole, or we can lift the chest, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And we can lift the hole. But we can't
We
lift
can
the
lift
axe.
the chest, but we can't lift the axe itself?
Yes,
Is this like a Mjolnir kind of thing?
basically.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think
Have I
Tempest
tried to
was
lift
there.
it?
Yeah, I think everyone except maybe Connor tried to grab onto. Well, Connor and Nara tried to grab onto the axe after you guys got like all of your items, and it kept going through your hands.
Okay, so what? We'll let the chest out. What do you want me to do?
I want to hold the axe.
Well, we're holding the chest, which means we're kind of holding the axe by proxy.
Do you think as a weapon I could just hit people with the chest and the axe will go through it like sharp end?
I think that you could absolutely do that. Would it be super effective in the moment? I don't know.
Well, I currently don't have a weapon. That's good.
Okay. I have a sword. I have, what is it? A +1 weapon. Yeah, so it's a magical weapon. It will take the shape of anything that you want, and it gives you a +1 to your hits.
What?
Becky, why didn't you buy a sword when we were at the store?
I don't have much money anymore. I'm currently at 1,500 gold. And I don't have a lot of money ever since I gave away my money, you know, when I bought that big sword and then I sold it for free to save everybody. Micah, what the fuck are you doing in here?
Didn't you buy that sword here?
No, I bought it from my brother.
Oh. Good night.
It was 3,000 gold. Tempest, that would be great. I would love that sword. However,
Maybe your brother could send you another one.
Micah, when did you get here?
He's been there the entire time. Oh, so you bought the sword in Oculus, which is a kingdom to the west, which is a couple of weeks from here.
I could fly and get it.
For Mike, like 3 days.
Roger could get it.
No.
He's a dragon.
I'm annoyed and I'm going to bed.
I'm not
Nobody wants
sleepy.
to help me with my
What?
axe.
Why is
Micah-
Tempest not in the bed? Can I
I-
sleep in her bed?
No, you cannot sleep in my bed.
Micah goes into. Oh, never mind.
Get your own room, Micah.
Fine. I'm going to take the +1 magic weapon and go to sleep. And I'm going to put this axe thing back in the hole and forget about it.
Okay. You ask Becky. You ask Tempest to open the chest. Not the chest. The bag again. You do so. You put it back in. Nothing happens.
Hey, Becky.
What?
I'm sorry that the axe thing isn't working out. Maybe while we're in town we can find someone who knows about these kinds of things. and
That's
see
true.
if
I
we
was
can figure
hoping
it
you'd be
out.
smart enough, but it looks like that air you have in your arms is also in your head.
I mean, is this like an
I'm sorry.
intelligence check or something?
I'm sorry.
Arcana, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana. I think you guys did this before, but let's
We
go
have.
for it again.
Oh,
It's not bad. You can tell that for some reason the axe isn't allowing you to pick it up. It's not as if you can't pick it up. It's more like the item itself is not allowing you to pick it up. So whatever it's made out of, it is actively working against you. But
Becky,
from
I
that
have
type of
good
knowledge, you can tell that it is enchanted by something, so it is magical.
Becky, I have good news.
What?
It's not that you're not strong enough.
What?
It's that this weapon is really picky. Like, maybe someone put a spell on it, or maybe it's just, like I said, real picky and doesn't want us to touch it.
Are you telling me, Becky, is not strong enough to pick this axe? Doesn't have the magical
telling you
power
the
to pick
opposite.
up this axe?
I'm telling you the opposite, that it's not at all to do with you.
Isn't well known enough and cool enough to be liked by an axe?
You are very cool and very well liked.
Thank you. I think it's broken. So
You're right, I think it's broken.
Where's
I
Remus
think
going?
we should keep it in the hole of broken things.
I think he's
Yeah.
listening in the wall.
Ah, okay. Remus, you do hear like some mumbling but not clear words. Are you trying to listen in?
Oh no, I was just gonna come over and just knock on the. I thought they were thin walls, so I was gonna be like, Becky, these are thin walls. Go to sleep. You're just not strong enough to overpower this spell. It's fine.
Becky, you just hear some mumbling like.
There's rats in the walls. I can tell because I have great hearing and senses.
I can tell, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm gonna say goodnight then, and I'm gonna thank Tempest for her strong brain arms.
Yeah. You do so, and you think about getting up to go to snuggle in with Remus as a heat body warmer. Then you remember they don't have fire anymore. And get sad and go back to your own bed.
Connor, are you joining us?
I can sleep on the floor. I don't know why Nara's on the bed. She like gets up. Oh, I thought we were all gonna sleep on the bed. No, that's fine. I can sleep on the floor too.
Wait, no, you can sleep on the bed. Connor, you can join too. I mean,
through the walls, you hear,
Owl's
don't
in here
let
with
Remus
us.
take the bed for themselves. Don't do it.
Unfortunately, these are good walls, so they just hear mumbling.
Hey.
Nara takes a corner chair, and Connor takes another corner chair. In the meantime,
Hey, Mark, have you ever heard of an axe so heavy you can't pick it up?
I have heard of many magical things that you can't pick up.
Why do you think you wouldn't be able to pick up an axe?
You're probably not strong enough, if I had to guess. Don't
No,
have
it's
the
magical. It's a magical thing.
It could be like some type of other strength, like you might not be smart enough, agile enough, key of mind, or like there might be a trial to carry it, or you might need a different object to carry the first one. My husband does have the identify spell. If you speak with him, you might be able to discern more if you have such an item.
We do. Do you think he can swing by here in the morning?
He does open and close the shop, so probably.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. You go over to the room, take us. Oh no! Go into someone else's room, having Dan and Remus have their own beds. You enter inside Tempest and Becky's room, and Becky found a heat warmer. It works well enough, not as well as fire, but the electricity coiling around Tempest gives you a nice little electric bed warmer.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
when did
Oh,
you,
never mind.
when
I
did
can't hear ya.
Come in bed?
Oh, I just come and go as I please.
No, I was talking to Becky. I just woke up and found Becky in my bed, and I'm wondering if I'm dreaming.
No, it's real. But she's just laying there snoring.
Oh, she's so cute when she snores.
It's her mouth's open. She kind of like spits when she breathes out. Yeah.
Tempest.
Yeah.
I happened to overhear the conversation that the two of you were having. And I've done some investigating, and I found out it could be that Becky's too stupid to pick it up.
That's
Well,
one
then
interpretation.
Are we all too stupid to pick it up?
Pardon?
Then are we all too stupid to pick it up? Because none of us could pick it up.
Okay, well, then the second thing is,
Oh.
is Richard has an identifying spell, and you could find out what's the story on it tomorrow morning if you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I'm your favorite vampire, right?
You're the only vampire I know?
No, that's not true anymore, but okay.
Well, then yes, you're my favorite vampire.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go get a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich, so I'll see you in the
I'm gonna
morning.
cuddle up with Becky
Okay.
because I love her.
All right.
I
We're
heard
eating peanut
I
butter
heard
and
from
cheese.
Lauren. Lauren said that Naira does enter the bed and try to convince the others to try to
Damn
get
it.
as many people into the bed.
I'm gonna have Nara roll persuasion then.
Yep.
She's trying to do what?
Like
She said
convince
that
people
she
to get in the same
convince
bed.
everyone get into the bed.
Tempest and Becky, you don't have to, but I'm gonna roll for NPCs.
Yeah.
You know, we're staying.
And we all roll over,
Anyway.
and the little one falls out. Roll over, roll over. Oh.
Oh, she's very
Wow.
good at persuading.
Sorry.
Nara, everyone.
Of course she is.
Connor does like look towards Roger when they came in, and Micah like immediately sleeps on the foot of the bed. Connor
fine,
does
I'll
state,
scoot over.
well, I guess if Nara is willing to, I suppose they haven't steered me wrong so far. Roger just looks at the pile of bodies on the bed. Oh, we're doing this? Okay. Like jumps on everyone. Eventually people do sleep. Not well. Tempest, well, Micah, kind of. Tempest and Becky, Tempest, you can't sleep for a good half of the night until exhaustion fully allows you to sleep.
But then I sleep really, really well.
Really, really well. Dan, you've been asleep this entire time in a very big bed.
I sleep great.
Not as big
Yeah,
as Ramus's bed, but you know you're the only one in there, so it's pretty big. Eventually, you are woken up by the sound of a bird just cawing in the wind. It is a chicken. Micah is more or less tempted to take the bird to go with the dog people, as people keep calling them. But you do hear someone in the main room talking with Richard. Sorry, not Richard. No, it is Richard and Mark when you open the door, if you decide to. And then Mark like points towards Micah and he comes over. My husband did mention you needed my services for some type of identification.
Oh, yes, Richard. As soon as Becky wakes up, she has a bag that has a hole, that has an axe that nobody can pick up. We'd like you to...
I heard my name.
Becky!
Yes, were you talking about the
Did
feats
you-
I did and how I sold that sword of mine and how it saved everybody's life and how it's why we're here today?
Yes, of course, I started with that. But
And
then
how
I went
have
on the bag
many
with the
things?
hole. Yeah, that you have a bag with a hole in it.
Not Tempest.
I
Sorry.
have pockets with holes.
Becky, when you heard your name, you like basically woke up and headed that direction. All the while, Tempest was still cuddling on your body, latched onto something and accidentally got dragged while also sleeping to the next few rooms.
Yeah,
Well,
that tracks.
technically, Tempest has the bag with a hole in it.
She's currently like sleeping on your shoulder.
Okay, well, I discussed with Tempest last night that Richard can answer the question about the axe.
What?
Yeah, he knows all.
Where did you discuss this?
I discussed it with Mark.
You were sleeping.
Impossible. I am constantly aware.
And then you notice that Tempest is next to you.
What?
Yes.
Tempest, you're so light. I was not aware you were there.
What? I was sleeping.
Me too. We have
Tempest,
so much in common.
did you bring
I
your
sleep
hole?
too.
Did you bring the hole?
Should I be here for this conversation?
I've got multiple holes on my body. I've got one on my nose.
I'm gonna go with my husband.
One in
When
my
you guys
eye,
are ready,
my
he like leaves.
I'm gonna put the portable hole on the floor, not in the middle of the place so that no one falls into it, but like near a wall, like
Yeah.
Here.
You put it to the side, allowing the chest to like fall out, not hitting anyone. Becky, you grab onto it. Tempest, you like
Richard.
reclose the bag.
We'll take the chest out and we'll bring it to Richard.
All right. Richard does state, are you done with the conversation?
Correct. I've mentioned
Oh, yeah,
all
I
of
think
my
you thought
holes.
I think you thought we were talking about something else, which we weren't actually talking about. That it happens a lot. Don't worry about it.
All right. You show him the chest, and he does state, it's a chest.
Yes, but it's what's inside that counts.
Chest that we can lift. Now, if we open it up, there's an axe that we cannot.
Yeah, you open the chest, and there you see a bangle and the axe, and he goes, all right. Let's see here.
Oh no, the bangle is not in there.
No, not bangle, sorry. I'm forgetting the word. Chakram, sorry. He does go over, like, begins to cast something and tries to touch the axe. When that happens, it goes through his hands, but it's enough where he can identify the object at the very least. When he finishes the spell, he does state, "Oh, that's quite interesting. I want to explain why Miss Becky and the rest of you likely aren't able to lift it. I mean, no offense.
Is it because I have too much magical power and it's scared? It can't contain the magical power in my palms.
Sure. Another way of identifying it or viewing it is that the wielder needs to have a strength of at least 15 and an intelligence of at least 15. If you don't have both, you are not able to carry it or lift it.
Can I lift it then?
Oh my god.
Becky, that's a reason for you to keep working
Don't
out your
believe so.
brain muscles.
It's close though.
There
I'm
are
close.
ways of going against this, and one of them would be to have a magical armament on your arm to bypass the requisition stats. One would be a gauntlet of ogre strength to grab onto the axe itself, thereby meeting enough of a requirement to carry it. As you would have to be.
If you were to carry it, does it do anything special, or is it just an axe?
It's very special.
Richard does state, it is quite special. It's able to injure and harm even the divine, which means like angels, demons, devils, potentially gods of some sort of nature.
Primordials?
Primordial?
That's what I'm thinking.
Whoa. Okay, so
Did I
you
hear
said,
something about pretzels?
No. So you said something about a gauntlet of ogre strength. That would give someone the strength they needed. What about the what if we needed? What if we wanted Becky to use this? Do we have something that would let her do it?
Well, I probably already have too many stats. I would believe I am definitely over 15 on strength, and I'm at least 100 on intelligence.
Well, there are a few intelligence items you could potentially carry. One of them would be the Elven Circlet. I believe currently it is found in the Feywild, though, so you would need to retrieve it from there. Housed by the
No
Winter
problem.
Court.
Hey, gang, what are your, for lack of a better term, strengths? What are your stats? How smart are you, and how strong are you? On a scale from 1 to
Smartest.
20.
Like a 15 and a 15.
No way.
What?
I'm not very strong, but I am very intelligent.
I have to try to pull mine up.
Some would say
Yeah.
I'm like a 9 out of 20 and an 18 out of 20.
Well, if you've
You're-
been in
you're-
school, they do
Wisdom.
mark you between 1 and 20. So you would know the marker. And Dan, you did mention that you didn't go to school. So I don't think it's that
I
high
have a
for you.
charisma of 18.
Then you're very charismatic.
Stupid.
Is Ramus really the only one of us who has a high enough intelligence?
Yes.
Micah, what about you?
I have a.
I'm
zero.
trying to find me.
I would
I've
like
been-
to say I'm pretty proud that I have 11 intelligence.
I have
One
gone
more
to
than
university twice in 2 different lives.
Wait, who's the smartest person here? I got a 10.
Micah, you have a 10. You're not dumb, but you're not like the most wise person in the world.
What about Nara?
That is a good question. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I don't see where it is, but thank you for telling me.
No problem.
Honor.
It's the
You'd
if
have
you
a
go on
20,
your
but you
character sheet,
forgot the
it's
10
all the way
points.
to the left, and there are like strength, dexterity, constitution.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay.
Nara at 13. It'd probably be around 15 now, but she's not that strong.
What about Connor?
Connor is strong and intelligent enough. He does have, I'm going to tell you since it's fine, 16 in intelligence.
Damn.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
So now
Wow,
I think
Connor's
maybe
smart.
we should try to find this glove of ogre strength because that might be a real good thing to have if we need to punch a
Yeah.
primordial into the bad place.
That's true.
How many?
Richard does
Oh.
state, I have heard that it might be carried by the pack leader of the, well, I assume the pack leader, since I've never met them personally, of the werewolves, so you might be able
Oh
to
my
ask
god.
them.
I was gonna say, how many ogres does Becky have to crush to get ogre strength?
Quite a few.
I have killed at least 453 ogres in my lifetime.
Wow.
Through crushing alone.
So, Becky needs either the glove of Ogre or
Yes.
the elven circlet.
If I have the
Either
glove of
or,
ogre,
not both.
my muscles
Becky
will be
needs
so
the
intimidating, the
circlet.
axe will literally fly itself.
Would one wrap up your strength and the other on your intelligence?
So Becky would need the elven circlet. The rest of us would need the ogre gauntlet. But only Ramus and Connor can actually do it because they're the only ones who have a high enough intelligence.
Ramus.
I know, right?
I vote for Connor.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I
know,
heard
there
that.
would be a
No
certain
one closes
poetic
doors,
justice.
so Tempest, Becky, Ramus, Micah, you can tell that Roger and Connor are still like heavily snoring, sleeping, while Nara is like, she's snoring, but like the cute kind of snoring where it doesn't wake you up. It's, I don't know, charismatic. She's unfortunately very charismatic. But I can't really make too much fun of her.
Wait, hold on. I want to get on to that whispering I just overheard from Tempest. What is
Oh, it
wrong
wasn't
if I
whispering.
can...
We were talking at a normal volume and we knew you were in the room. I was just saying, though, that there might be a certain poetic justice about you putting the primordial back. If we could trust you to do it.
Why
That's
would you
true.
not trust me? I am a new person.
I don't. You just. I don't
You're the
trust you.
same color, and I don't trust
I mean,
that.
That is
You s-
racist, Becky.
A tad.
Stole
I'm
someone's
not.
body and then claim you're a new person. That seems like the worst thing that
Well,
You've
just
done.
demonstrated that you're not a good person still.
Richard
How?
does state,
Name a single time which I have been a bad person in this new form.
You have insulted literally everyone we've come into contact with.
you've also lied a few times, but that no one says that.
Good
Richard does state, there are other items, but those are the only items that I know of right now. Maybe give me some time, and I might be able to find more, or you might be able to find more. But right now, those are the only ones I can think of.
Okay, Richard, before we wrap this question up, I have a question with my big brain that I've thought about. What if I steal Ramus's arm, right? And I
That-
rip out his stuff and use his skin as a glove.
You would
Can I
need his
carry those
mind,
back?
not his strength. I'm pretty sure you have quite a good amount of strength, Miss Becky.
Wouldn't that give me my hand 15 intelligence?
No.
Becky saying that, I ready ice storm. Because that was very threatening.
Richard looks towards you. No magic in my bar.
See that?
Or violence, looks towards Becky.
It was just a question. I
A,
was
a very specific question.
More pointed, but
Hey,
yes.
I got a question. If
Yes.
we
Yes,
got rid of everybody, right, who was less intelligent than Becky, wouldn't that make her more intelligent overall? So therefore, she could. If Becky crushes enough people,
No, it may
Brains.
make her more dumb since she has no one to draw ideas from.
okay.
Not dumb. I am the most intelligent person here.
Well, anyone in this particular line,
Amazing.
like, if you have no one to have a think tank with, honestly, you will just continue to fail. Sometimes
She's pretty
succeed,
good
but
at
ultimately fail
stealing
since you have
things.
no one there to throw ideas at and see what lands.
All of my
What if
ideas
she reads
land
one
because
book?
I'm so good at throwing.
Your strength might improve. Maybe. At this point in time, Roger and Connor and the rest of the gang are awake.
Roger.
Good morning, Roger.
Morning.
Well, hey, Roger, I believe we have come up with a thing. Ramus will be killing the primordial with an axe in a box.
Okay. I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
Only once we can trust them, because currently we don't.
Yeah, I think that's mainly just you, Tempest.
Maybe
I
that.
don't trust
Show hands.
nobody.
Who does not trust Ray? Raise your hand.
Maybe if
Ramus!
Ray.
Is dead. You killed her.
Who does not trust Ramus?
Maybe we need to give
Raise
Ramus
your hand.
a quest.
A quest, yes.
If he is successful in encouraging the werewolves to come seek protection within
Oh.
the city and
I'm-
give us the glove of Ogar, then we will
quest.
consider him being able to use the hammer.
Connor
Is it better
does.
to trust him with something smaller first?
Connor does put up a hand. I would like to add the stipulation of Oso having them not hate Ramus
Yeah, exactly.
in any way, shape, or form.
Anyway, they can control beasts.
Exactly.
You don't
The-
want to get on their bad side,
I know. I might be half allergic.
because that's where the stinger is.
Either way, it would make sure
If
that
you go in there with a pea suit, you're not gonna come away with their trust.
a
Or
bee suit
they're
with a
like
stake
you.
silver tipped. Also, Ramus,
Yeah.
they would be ready by today, so you can pick them up whenever. But Connor does state, this is honestly the best stipulation I could think of, as Ramus would have let, and my
Fine.
brother, and maybe
I
Becky,
think
would be
I think
the
if we
more than likely
try to
ones
control
to destroy political speak.
Fine. I will go convince them.
Not right now,
Don't
we
want
still
to
have a
see
few
them
days.
harmed. I am just terrified of them.
All right. Ramus returns after an hour with his steak and bee suit.
Becky, can I borrow the hole?
I don't have the hole.
no, you
who
do
has...
not have the hole.
I want to put the stuff in it so I don't come as.
I'm
across
going to
as threatening.
leave this conversation again.
Oh, of course, Richard. Go on.
I have multiple holes on my body.
Stop talking.
No, I need a hole to hide the bee suit and stake in. I don't want to come across as threatening, but I do want them with me while I'm.
Gotta
Okay,
hide it in my
but I
pants
only
with
have
the other
one hole
pants.
that might be able to hide both of those.
What are you trying to hide exactly?
The bee suit and the stake. I only need them for emergency. I don't want
Oh,
to come
great.
across as threatening.
Oh, that's surprising. Actually, yes. Put them in the hole.
Put them in your
That's surprising.
butthole.
I'm terrified of them. I don't want to see them harmed.
Tempest, you
100%
open the
expected for you to walk in
portable
in a
hole.
bee suit.
have the bee suit and the silver stake inside. You can tell Ramus was trying to be prepared? Question mark. You close it back up, put it back in your stuff.
Who is accompanying with me on this mission?
I'm
we're
pretty
all
sure
going to-
everyone.
Oh, am I just
There's no way
a?
we're gonna let you go in there alone.
You're just going to be the
Ugh.
face of the group in this endeavor, according to what Micah has decided. Which honestly, I approve of. If it keeps you,
From
poor
screwing
choice. Of,
up.
yes, yes. I was trying to be more
gonna give
delicate, but
Ramus-
honestly, yes.
I'm gonna begrudgingly give Ramus the blue and platinum box with the real fancy bracelet in it,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and tell Ray that it is for the leader of their pack, and you are not to use any insulting words, any words that could be construed as derogatory or looking down on them or just plain mean. And
God.
No dog jokes.
go in there like they are
I don't
better
even
than
know
you.
Wait.
No dog jokes. None of those. Go in there feeling and acting like they are better than you.
Well, the queen has better standing than me. Yes.
I've
All
got
of
the
them.
perfect pep talk.
All of
for you,
them.
Ramus. Ramus, please
Nope,
listen
right?
to me.
That's what it's gonna take.
Ramus,
Yes.
you have this idea that these werewolves are dog
Yes.
people, but I have news for you.
Okay.
You lost your sight 3 years ago.
What? Aren't you the one that said they had 28 arms?
Yes, that's because you lost your sight and your mind 3 years ago in battle.
What this?
Everything negative you've seen has been a fragment of your imagination. Literally everything.
PTSD.
And you have to
Everything.
realize that you're actually blind and you can't see anything.
PTT.
And these
Dee.
people are just normal people, and you have to convince them to give you the thing.
I wave.
DDP.
I wave at Richard.
Looks towards you. Are you guys done?
Richard, you're there, right?
Yes, but I'm not coming over again.
Okay, that's exactly
your
my
mind.
point. Becky, I can obviously see.
What you imagine.
Becky's not over here.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait, roll perception, because if he gets in on this, I actually have full trust in that. So that's be really confused.
Now, again, he can't see technically Becky because she's around the corner. And when you shouted, it was
Yo,
towards
boy.
him, so he assumed you were shouting towards his direction. It's not as if he's trying to go along with it. It's more like he has no idea what is going on right now.
But man, does it work well.
Wait, you're not there.
I failed my roll, Shannon, so I think you're good.
That's a perception roll. Did you
Oh.
mean persuasion?
Persuasion.
God damn it.
It's pretty good.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Wait, Ramus is blind?
I don't know how I can see so well for someone who can't see.
It's honestly just a feat. That shows you that
It's
you yourself.
Probably because Ray was here once. So you got a feeling of the place.
You're saying that every bad memory in the past was has been a lie?
No, everything you've seen that's bad.
It's
It's like
So,
when you lose your arm and you feel like your arm is still
everything
there.
I've seen.
It's like a
so,
phantom sight.
so the primordial is a
Real.
lie.
Like when you look in a mirror,
Not
what do you see?
real.
No, I saw the primordial. That was a bad thing. So is that
Ray
not
saw the
real?
primordial.
Ray saw it. See? You are Ray.
I'm
When you look into the mirror, do you see fire or do you see a blue person with horns?
I obviously see a blue person with horns.
Or have you seen both?
Well, before the change, I saw. Oh,
See,
I
that's
saw-
not
Have
normal.
you ever
That's
seen a
what you gotta
blue
ask
person on
yourself.
fire?
God damn it! You're gonna make me have a psychotic break. Jeez.
Well, Ramus might be going through mental breakdown. The rest of the group does see two people coming in, talking to Richard, and Richard does point towards your group and goes, "You can go over there if you want. I am not going to."
Okay, I
Watch
did
out.
an
These
intelligence
people are
saving
square.
throw, and I am good.
Good.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
We should continue to go to the.
As you guys are discussing Ramus's perception, and in doing so, causing Ramus a panic attack, you do see a nice, fairly skinned woman with brown hair and silver locked interchangeably in there, and a full orc with a nice business suit attire, and a nice man purse and glasses. The woman themselves does stay towards your team. Pardon me, are you all the next envoys?
I am Becky.
The envoy to the werewolves?
Correct.
Yes, we are.
Yes, that's us.
Well,
Who are you?
Hmm.
oh, we were the former, the fifth to try. We got here a little bit earlier than we expected, but we wanted to make sure
Right.
that the others that were going after us would be prepared.
Of course. I did pack this. I I do open it up. Don't worry. I do not plan to showcase this. This will be in hiding. But I did pack just in case the conversation goes awry.
You try to look for your bee suit, but it's no longer on you. It's with Tempest.
Yeah. I got a steak and a bee. It's in the bee suit and the steak are in a hole.
Richard did
Yeah.
mention something about all of you talking about a hole. I assume nothing disgusting.
No, not Becky's hole. Becky's hole has she
I
has
have
multiple holes.
holes in my body.
The orcish man does state, regardless of your fetishes, again, no king shaming. If you want, one of us can go alongside you to direct you there if you've never been before. If not, we will give you the documents to be the representative next.
Yes, give us the documents first, and let me read over them. If I have
That-
questions, then you may
Ramus,
need to accompany
go
us.
ahead and roll persuasion, because you straight up just came in with, let me show you something what I have in case things got awry. Oh wait, I put it in Becky's hole, not Becky's hole, Tempest's hole. Man, those are both still good. Very well then.
I would like to know
Because
how your last trip went. How did you leave it? How were you received?
Very
And what
poorly,
was
really.
said?
You see the orcish man gives Ramus his documents, and the woman gives Micah hers. Rather poorly. We came in, we stated we were diplomats of Dust, and we were here to make sure that they were protected and secured in the coming days. They did not believe us, so we tried to have a way of communicating, and they said trial by combat to see if you're truly trustworthy.
Oh, I'm listening.
We unfortunately are both diplomats, so we got our proverbial asses handed to us, pardon the language there. And then we tried to communicate, but then they simply stated, if you cannot fight to back up your words, then your words mean nothing. So that's as well as it did go.
You said you were the which group? How many groups have gone before you?
Four before us, we're the fifth.
okay,
Did
I
all
do
of
have a-
them go the same way?
Some were not trials at combat, but at this point, with so many people trying, it's the best and easiest way they could expedite things.
So they just didn't trust you and wanted you to fight to prove your trust.
That's correct at this point.
Thank you.
The other teams did speak for some time, but at this point, after the third, the fourth and our team did do the whole trial by combat thing, so it did not go well.
I have a question. How good are they at documenting?
Oh, it's litigious. It's like
Okay.
three-folded, not three-folded. No, it is threefold. Threefold, everything's clear, concise. It's like you can easily read it. Anyone that can read, I'm not sure if Dan can.
Because Ramus is very book smart, not very, street smart.
Yeah, it's very clear and
So-
concise. It simply states that you are the representatives of DUS to be the next envoy of coming talks. If there's anything that currently needs to be addressed, let them be addressed by these individuals that carry these papers. And it basically states, hey, you currently have authority to speak. If you want to make negotiating deals, you have that to a degree, so long it's able to be covered by the current points and pocket with not points and pockets carried by the current coin within the individual's bags, and any current purchases and the like that were done in this current job would be refunded by the council itself.
Okay, my main question is, do these documentations actually talk about the werewolves? And would it clear up any of the misinformation? Because Ramus is book smart and educated, so would believe these documents more than Dan if that information was included.
Roll a d20.
Okay. So because it comes down to if it's there or not.
Yeah. I was going to say 10 and above it is. Below that, it's not, but you got to roll a 15. It does state under the governing factors of opposition or potential people speaking to or speaking of. These papers and documents are only underneath the governing factors of trying to get the werewolves and the like into a safer zone. Please take note of potential violations or potential dangers of werewolves. And they go to speak about potential bites and claw marks and things of that nature. Nothing about double patency. And bees.
Oh. Huh. Okay. I apologize. It seems as though I may have been assuming things incorrectly. It seems as though that these talks should be approached differently than I assumed. This is fine. I have a lot of experience consulting with diplomats and other royalties as like.
Very well then. Then
so
you should
I
be.
should be fine.
Very well then. You should be good to go then. Would you desire one of our assistants to get you there? Otherwise, we'll be heading back into town.
Yes,
me
I think
ask-
so.
Yeah, I think
I got
only
one-
for directions.
Yes.
But Becky, it seems as though we need a show of strength. I say you and I take a duel against a couple of their strong soldiers.
I'm gonna pass.
How
I don't
about
think
Really,
I
not
don't-
showing off your strength.
I
I-
would think Ramus, you should do it. I just want to see you do
I
it.
will do it. I thought we would do a 1v1 and a 2x 1v1.
Ramus,
I
We
mean, that's pretty
already
good, but
we
I want to see
already
you
have
do
an
it.
established
Okay.
a relationship with them. I don't think we need to go in and fight.
Well,
I-
okay.
it seems
once
as
I
though
heard
from
fight,
these
I might change
papers-
my mind.
It seems as though from these papers, to be able to suggest anything, even if we are on good standings, we will most likely need to show of strength. If we cannot show them that we can defend them, then there's no reason for them to seek defense by us.
That was what the leaders of the pact did state, but it's not in our governing board. It is part of their own litigious work, so I suppose
Michael.
if you're able to not fight, and since you do, presumably you already have a rapport with them, you may not need to, but with us, unfortunately, strangers, we did not fare so well, and we did.
Of course. Micah, I just feel as though it may be a show of disrespect if we refuse to show our strength.
True.
But
Yeah,
I
but
leave that
us-
decision up to you. But I feel as though that the individuals like myself that do not have a good connection with them will still need to show strength.
But I also think if you go in there defensively, you will put them on the defensive.
I'm not planning to go on the defensive. I
Double
plan to go on.
defense.
Already planning to
offensive.
fight them.
Yes, it's in their culture. It's not. At least
I
on
actually
page
think that I
on
understand what
page
Ramus is
32 of I point out the exact quoted line of,
Yeah.
in reference.
You
to
bring
the-
out a quoted line of these individuals might have a tendency for action rather than speaking. However, that's not the case for most people. The political matters at hand are just currently governing in this way, but can be altered if able to with words.
Yes, I see. We go in there with the intention to only speak with them and convince them, but if need be, I think we should be prepared to, take them on in their cultural ways. Than, just show weakness. If that's the best way to put it.
I agree.
Wait. We know where these wolves are at. I thought we didn't know where they were at.
Oh yes, Dan. It's located right here on page 3. You can see that this is their
They
the
give
outline
you
of their
coordinates
territory.
that you can't understand.
Oh, so they're just wolves then. We
No,
found
they're-
them.
They're people wolves.
Yeah, but
People
werewolves are lost wolves because we don't know where they're at.
No. The Orcish man does state
Oh,
the facts of werewolves that go over Dan's head.
So
Uh, And he does state, regardless of your looks towards Richard, are you sure these are the ones you want for diplomatic matters? At the moment in time, we are running out of time. They're the best we have since they already know them. Very well then. At the moment in time, since you are not fully understanding how to read coordinates, since we've already been there, you can select one of us to join you, or none of us, since you already know where they're at. It's entirely up to you, but Mr.
wow.
Micah here did mention you would like one of us. If you decide to do so, you're more than willing to.
Oh, definitely. And you walk 15 yards ahead of us so that if we are ambushed, you will be killed.
Wait, what?
Just joking.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. The woman then states, very well, which one would you like to be your guide there?
The pretty one, of course.
Yes, definitely Richard.
They both step up. And Richard doesn't move. Because he's not going with you guys.
Fine. We never get Richard.
she's got good moss shirt.
She's good moss shirt. Oh yeah.
Sure. Technically true.
Fine. Let's go with her. She seems more
Blind?
Maybe. I was gonna say in line with the rest of our group.
Blue?
I was about to say, blue?
Blue? Not blue. That's fine. Anyways, it doesn't matter who, as long as they get there.
Ernad does state, that's quite alright. I've been meaning to get some rest. He tags
Roger,
in.
which one do you like the most?
Honestly, both of them, preferably. Gives a
Dragons.
politically correct statement.
Dragons usually have strong opinions. You know what I mean?
Roger comes over, sniffs them both. None of them.
Yeah, but they're just a guide to the location, Roger. And
I don't know. The druid-looking one looks towards Holga.
okay, let's go with
I
the
do
druid-looking
suppose
one.
that would be me.
Yes.
Ernad then goes, very well then, if you'll excuse me.
Yep. You have a great day.
You all as well. Good luck, Holga. Thank you, I suppose. And then he leaves back to the city.
And Holga, I'm gonna just ask because I don't know if they have this. Do you have a list of the gifts that you have given them in the past and which ones were most well received?
Well, first, the first team got them some nice preserved food and the like. They accepted it as a common offering. They are in an oasis, so they do have to hunt for various foods, so that went rather well. The second one went in with wines and alcohols, but unfortunately that did not fare so well the second time, as it seems as if we were trying to fatten him up. The third time we went with what appeared to be small animals to see if they could perhaps produce them at a later point in time. But it went okay, but unfortunately, the fourth team did not see them, so I assume they perhaps ate them, or were not able to agriculturally have them populate, since they are in an oasis. And we ourselves, well, I suppose I should say the fourth team before we go to ourselves. The fourth team offered them an item of magical properties, but it also did not go so well. And our team went with a nice... We gave them...
Before, and you